All right, welcome back to the Onebar and Lupagus show. I'm Onebar with Lupagus. So we're going to be talking about why the Vikings are dominating so much. What is behind this beautiful 4-0 start for the Vikings? We're going to let you know. We're also going to let you know that this show is brought to you by Mini Grown. Yes, it's our debut show. Brought to you by Mini Grown. Fantastic variety of gummies, cocktails made right here in the great state of Minnesota. You can use their store locator on their website. Find them in the stores. Go to minigrown.com. You can order them right there. Get them online, but if you do, be sure to use the promo code SKOL on checkout for the Onebar and Lupagus exclusive deal. Buy one, get one free. Look at that. What are you holding up there?
I got the Skol gummies right now. Delicious.
Yeah, we might be partial, but they are damn good. And you know what? It's good luck for the Vikings get a dub.
And Mini Girl might be one of the reasons why the Vikings are so dominant this year.
Yes, and they got tons of flavors. They're all good. Peach, mango, ton, wonderful cocktails. Check them out. Use that promo code SKOL. Let us know in the comments when you put that order in. We want to know. And we also want to know why you think the Vikings are dominant. But let me start us off.
Let's start with coaching on both sides of the football, but let's start with defense. Brian Flores confusing every single opponent that he faces. These quarterbacks don't know what's coming, what look they're supposed to be looking at. The reads are all wrong because everything is changing. This thing is just like morphine, and it's an amoeba. That's what it is. And quarterbacks are so confused.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure at one point they ran like a 1.55 last week. I mean, the stuff they're bringing out there, the guys they bring to the line, nobody knows who's in it. We drop them back, who's coming, and that is why we have been like just making opposing quarterbacks look silly. And it's the schemes, it's everything. Brian Flores defensively, magician.
Yeah. Lead the league in sacks with 17. We are fourth in turnover differential at 3. So, I mean, this defense is making plays, changing games. This is why the Vikings have been ahead so much this year, is because this defense is setting them up. If they're not putting points up themselves, they're setting the offense up in a very, very good spot. So
we're second against the run. We're second against the run. It's insane what we're doing. I mean, you look at that defensive line, you'd be like, oh, God, they're going to be horrible against the run. Second against the run. And that's just the defensive side.
Yeah, let's go to offense. I mean, what KLC is doing is just as impressive what Brian Flores has done with his defense.
Yeah, I mean, he's taking Sam Darnold, taking him under his wing and just making him fantastic. And don't worry, we might be talking about Sam Darnold, so we're not getting too much into him. But Kevin O'Connell, any show you watch, when they talk about the Vikings, the first names they bring up are Kevin O'Connell and Brian Flores, and just the dynamic duo that these two guys are. And it's wonderful. And you know what? We got Kevin O'Connell as long as we want. He could be the next great Minnesota Vikings legend coach.
Well, and let's think, the adversity they've gone through. Obviously, you have your 4th round pick die, before training camp starts. When your potential starting corners goes out of the year with the ACL the first day of practice. Your 1st round rookie quarterback lost for the year. A lot of teams would have just packed it in and said, you know what, we're done. KLC has gotten this team going through all this adversity. The vibe is still very good, very strong with this team. Any building they're in, you can sense it, you can feel it. And let's just talk about him as the head coach this year, because I think something we've not talked about. Like, look at last week, the challenges he made. Like when he knew how to throw that red flag. Matt LaFleur was challenging, bogus calls. You see some other teams why are they challenging that? KLC was just on the money. Clock management's been great. He's just been fantastic this year.
And if you want to feel on the wham, bam, thank you, man. Minigrown.com. Use the promo code SKOL. Kevin, there's zero complaints about Kevin O'Connell. Let's go to the next one. So coaching number 1. Let's go to number 2. That kind of goes hand in hand. Let's just go to the fact that they're playing extremely disciplined football. And discipline meaning, I mean, remember last year we have 30 turnovers by now, and just stupid mistakes every game. You're just kept like hitting yourself in the head. Like, what are these guys doing? It was painful. And, we got some turnovers this year. Yep. We're right in the middle as far as how many penalties we have, but it's just overall fairly clean football.
Yeah, I mean, there's obviously been some boneheaded plays, but we're still finding ways to win. But I think what we're not seeing is like that, that the drive starting and killing penalties, like where you're 1st and 10, and let's say you have an 8-yard gain and there's a holding call, also you're 1st and 20. You're not seeing a lot of those this year. Those are absolute drive killers. The Vikings are getting a penalty. It's usually when they're farther down the field. So yes, a very disciplined team. Again, goes back to the coaching and just the fundamentals they work on every day in practice.
Thank you, Kevin. Thank you, Brian. One coach we didn't even mention, Josh McCown, the quarterback's coach. I'm sure he has a lot to do with Sam Darnold and how well he's doing. But 100%. Let's go. We've mentioned Sam Darnold a handful of times. He's the only player name that makes this list, but Sam freaking Darnold.
we mentioned, you know, KOC has done with him, his fundamentals, but it's also Sam having the confidence in himself to make some of these throws that he's making. That one last week to Justin Jefferson, that was an absolute dart. Like, you almost need to have like a laser to put it where he put it.
Beautiful.
He's got confidence. He's throwing the triple coverage. He trusts his arm. He trusts the tight windows. And I love seeing that from Sam Darnold. He's also taking off, making plays with his legs. He's running, picking up extra yardage on the ground, elusive in the pocket. He's just been unbelievable, and he's exceeding expectations, just like these skull gummies from Mini Grown are.
Elusive, just like that squatch you got on your shirt. The elusive squatch.
Find him. He's high.
All right, let's look at his overall stats. 11 touchdowns, 3 interceptions, quarterback rating over 100 all 4 games. If the season was to end today, he probably would be the NFL MVP. He's got to keep it up. But nobody expected this. So let's go. So we mentioned Sam Darnold. Let's go to let's just go to the free agency as a whole. I mean, the Vikings killed
absolutely destroyed free agency this year. Andrew Van Ginkel, Jonathan Goddard, Shaq Griffin, keep them coming. Blake Cashman, Cash Money's been awesome. Camille Gergier-Hill, even like guys like down the road like Trent Sherfield.
Say Aaron Jones.
Aaron Jones.
There's a never-ending list of the guys we brought in, and not only who we brought in, we all know who they are. Not only who we brought in, but they're all producing. Every single one of them. Jerry Tillery, every one of these guys. You don't to get 6 or 7 new starters on defense and all of a sudden throw them together and have pretty much the top defense in the league is unheard of. And it goes back to the coaching, goes back to discipline. But like, they knew what guys were going to fit well together.
Yeah, and Kwesi, you can maybe say his draft classes haven't been great. Maybe he's not a great drafter, but he nailed this free agent period, and no one can argue that at all. Absolutely nailed it. Crushed it.
Yeah, free agency, man. If you're not giving Kwesi his flowers now, you never will, ever.
What kind of flowers would you like me to give you?
Really nice bouquet of daffodil.
I can do that.
Daffodils? Is daffodil plural already?
Daffodils. I think that's correct. Yes.
Daffodils. Yep, they're beautiful. They're beautiful. Just like this free agency class. We got one more. Why this team is so damn dominant, and that's our run game.
Yeah.
We have one.
Yeah,
surprise.
We can actually run the football this year. I just had it up right here. What were we, 123-ish yards per game. Last year we were at 123.8 to be exact. Last year we were like 88. I think we're averaging 88 yards a carry. We didn't score a rushing touchdown until week 7 or 8. It was very late in the season. This year it's completely different. Aaron Jones has had 3 great games. Ty Chandler had 1 really good game. You have 2 backs who can do it. The Vikings are committed to it. It's, keeping the defense fresh, keeping them off the field, keeping drives going, keeping that clock moving. It's an element we haven't had in Minnesota in a while, and it feels dang good having a running attack once again.
Dang good. It feels dang good. We were 29th in the league last year for rushing. We're up at like 15. Like to jump up that much is insane. It's absolutely insane. It's damn near unheard of. And that's why a big part of why our offense is humdinging so damn good.
Yeah, and I mean, really, it's almost the same offensive line as well. I got Blake Brandel playing left guard instead of Dalton Reisner, but I mean, it's the same guys out there.
Yeah, those are just our 5 of why we think the Vikings have been so dominant so far. There's plenty more. Let us know in the comments. Get over to minigrown.com. Use that promo code SKOL. Buy one, get one free. It is a no-brainer. Again, like I said, let us know in the comments when you put that order in. We want to hear about it.
Yeah. And also remember this. There was a goat that was supposed to be a meal for a Siberian tiger at Eastern Safari Park in Russia, but they are now best friends.